In today's episode of Footwork Focus, we're going to be going over our rip cone slide series. In this series, we're going to be testing our ability to access a variety of different stop, go, and change of direction footworks. This drill also holds us accountable with the rip cone to maintaining low and explosive body positions, as well as being able to adjust to different space within the game due to how far we slide the rip cone. Our first drill in this series is going to work on our speed stop and drop footwork, and our ability to decelerate to a stop and then accelerate quickly into a go. Let's take a look at the footwork breakdown step by step. First, we're going to start out with a cone slide. Doesn't really matter how far you slide it, just aim for 5 to 10 feet. Next up, we're going to perform a drop, which is simply the act of splitting your feet while lowering your hips and shoulders into explosive driving stance. Out of our drop, we're going to accelerate towards a cone and then come to a speed stop, which is simply a stopping footwork where we stop inside foot, then outside foot. Then out of our speed stop, we're going to drop again, pick up our cone, and then accelerate to a speed stop where we set our cone down once more. Now you're back at the beginning of the sequence, you start sliding your cone again and repeat 2 to 3 times. Our next variation in our rip cone slide series is going to be our speed stop to split through. We will start once again with our rip cone slide, then get into our drop footwork, explode into a speed stop, and then instead of our drop, we're going to use a split through, this time to change directions and pick up the cone before stopping again with a speed stop to set the cone back down. In this drill, our rip cone forces us to stay accountable to maintaining low, realistic, explosive body positions. The variable distance of how far we slide the rip cone also forces us to be able to adjust and be able to perform footwork in varying amounts of space. Our next option in the rip cone slide series is simply going to take our split through and swap it out for a split behind. This drill is otherwise the same, starting with our rip cone slide, drop to speed stop, split behind to another speed stop. Our fourth option in the rip cone slide series is going to have us introduce a new stopping footwork, the drag stop. This is simply the act of stopping on the outside foot while dragging the inside foot behind you. In our breakdown, we're going to start again with a rip cone slide, and then we're going to access our drop footwork and drive to the cone. Next, we're going to get into our drag stop as we dribble the ball under our leg. And then we perform a foot switch into another drop footwork where we're going to pick up the cone and drive again into a speed stop. Now you're back at the beginning and you just repeat the drill starting with your cone slide. Our final variation in our rip cone slide series is going to be our drag under and foot switch with a cone slide into a skip to split through. This one starts out just like all of our other ones. We start with that rip cone slide, get into our drop and go, stop with a drag stop under the leg, foot switch, and then after our foot switch, now we are pushing and sliding the cone again, skipping up our inside foot into a split through as you can see here, pick up the cone and set it back down. This drill and all the other drills we've gone over today require a high degree of control over your footwork. You must be able to access your drops, drag stops, speed stops, and skips into change of direction splits, all while maintaining your handle, low explosive stances, and being aware and in control of your space. So that's it for the video. If you don't have a rip cone, I'm going to leave a link in the description box as to where you can buy one. Highly recommend it. It's a really great tool, and you only need one for this drill. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, keep working on your game.